sure I'll be able to feel it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's four of us.
Yeah.
Tune one more time.
Sure.
So what I do, I buy a new mic as hard as tune yesterday, very restored the instrument.
Oh, right.
You know, the strings are shot. All right, we're back, and you know, we played here about a month ago, and Clint, who's the owner here and a pretty talented musician, said, "Hey, maybe." Actually, we asked if he would mind sitting and playing percussion, and he's really, really good. So this is a reprise, and we're really glad. And if you're free tomorrow from noon to 4, people will be drinking. They may not be listening as much, but we're playing again tomorrow, and you know, we'll buy you beer.
Now that right there is part of the musician's budget. That sounds great. Another round of applause for the Celtic Fire. Finest horse I've ever seen, standing 16, 1 or 2, eyes wild and green, and you ride horse so well, hands light to the touch. I could never go with you no matter how I wanted to. Ride on, see you. I could never go with you no matter how I wanted to. Ride on, see you. I could never go with you no matter how I wanted to. Ride on, see you. I could never go with you no matter how I wanted to. Ride on, see you. I could never go with you no matter how I wanted to. When you ride to the night, not a trace behind, run your claw along my gut, oh, one last time. Look for space, light the night through a tear up in my eye. I'm looking for you, babe, oh, night to night. Ride on,
could never go with you no matter how I wanted to. Ride on, see you. I could never go with you no matter how I wanted to. All right. So we got something in our band, I call it the Corby look. And, you know, I was actually sitting there thinking, dang, this is really great with the percussion. It sounds so cool. And what's my next words? I don't know what they are. I'll have to make, literally, I'm going to make something up. I'm going to look over at Corby. She's, you know, and what she's saying is, you suck. Speaking of which, what do we have next?
Have you tried? Tell me.
Mari's.
Mari's wedding. Do you want to try that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that'd be good with this.
And
Okay.
who was to tell me, Mom?
Okay. Let's see how this thing works. So you know what you do when you get ready to perform for St. Patrick's Day weekend, you go out and buy a new mandolin and see how it works the first time you're playing it out in public. So if I suck, it's not my fault. See, it's new, exactly right. And next year it'll be new, and the year after it'll be new. Let's see. What's the first chord in this? D, right? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Step we gaily as we go, heel for heel, toe for toe, arm in arm and row for row, all for Mari's wedding. Over hill, ways up and down, Myrtle Green, Bracken Brown, past the shieling in the town. That's our toast for Mari. Step we gaily as we go, heel for heel, toe for toe, arm in arm and row for row, all for Mari's wedding. Brighter's cheeks is rowing our broader eye, and his star, brighter than them all by far, is our darling Mari. Step gaily as we go, heel for heel, toe for toe, arm in arm and row for row, all for Mari's wedding. Plenty meal, plenty peat, fill grill, plenty Benny Barnes' will. That's our toast for Mari. Step we gaily as we go, heel for heel, toe for toe, arm in arm and row for row, all for Mari's wedding. Step we gaily as we go, heel for heel, toe for toe, arm in arm and row for row, all for Mari's wedding. Cecilia, you're breaking my heart, you're shaking my confidence daily. Oh, Cecilia, I'm down on my knees. I'm begging you, please, to come home. Come home. Tell me, Ma, when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. They stole my hair and they stole my comb. That's all right till I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she is a belle of Belfast City. She is courting 1, 2, 3. Please won't tell me who is she. Albert Mooney says he loves her. All the boys are fighting for her. Knock at the door and they ring the bell. Oh, my true love, are you well? Out she comes as white as snow, with rings on her fingers and bells on her toes. Old Jenny Murphy says she'll die. She tugged the fella with a roving eye. Cecilia, you're breaking my heart. You're shaking my confidence daily. Oh, Cecilia, I'm down on my knees. I'm begging you, please, to come home. Come home. Wind and the rain and the hail blow high, and the smoke comes shoveling from the sky. She's as nice as apple pie, and she'll get her own lad by and by. When she gets a lad of her own, she won't tell them all till she gets home. Let them all come as they will. It's Albert Mooney she loves still. Tell me, Ma, when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. They stole my hair and they stole my comb. That's all right till I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she's the belle of Belfast City. She is courting 1, 2, 3. Please won't you tell me who is she? Cecilia. All right. All right, what do we got next?
Do North Country?
Yeah, I do. This is Corby on the vocals. Dana Lyons needs to play here.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, I know. We do a fundraiser every summer for Rimmon Food Bank, and so there's a guy who's out of Bellingham who's an amazing singer-songwriter. Have you ever heard the song "Cows with Guns"? You know, this is the guy that wrote that song, and he's a phenomenal activist. I mean, he just is into so many good causes. I know he works with Trish here and some of the things that she does out in the valley and in their area. So, great guy, great musician. We love to do music with him, and so if you want to get on our email list, we're really bad. We're terrible about PR. We do have a website, at CelticFire.com. At CelticFire.com. Doing the Peace Day. All right.
There you go.
September 22nd. I'll have a married daughter by then. Finally.
All right. Okay. So,
North Country.
I'm headed back to the North Country with the cold wind in my eyes. I'll be there by sunset for the first snow flies. Rustle the leaves on the ground, crazy feeling hanging around. I'll remember now and then, but don't ask when, I'll be back again. Had a dream late one night, out working with the gang down a Mole River Drive. Danny, me, and Freddie Wright making $1 a day just to stay alive. Rustle the leaves on the ground, cold hard rain coming down. Sleeping there on the dark damp earth, for what it's worth, no reason can be found. No, it can't be found. So if you're passing through the North Country with the sunset in your eyes, might find me on the rocky shore of that lonely isle. Rustle the leaves on the ground, cold hard rain coming down. Sleeping there on the dark damp earth, for what it's worth, no reason can be found. No, it can't be found.
right, it's called North Country. It's by the Rankins. So, you know, we actually play in a bell choir together. Some of us do. And so here's what we've learned. If the other person, you know, like if I make a mistake, here's what I do. I look at Corbin and go, okay, I screwed up there. But I looked at her because it was easier, you know? So if you're in bell choir and somebody really twangs a really bad note, you just go, you know, you're the one, you're the one that does it. Oh, whoa.
Whoa,
You suck.
you're the first to make the luck.
All right, what are we doing?
Well, we were having the manhunt. To be honest, I just ran out of whiskey.
This is a new one. This is our first public outing with this song. So,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
this features Bob on the vocal. I love this song. True story.
I got a fresh tattoo of a broken heart. You think I'd learn by now, but I ain't that smart. I got a pocket full of nothing, head full of lukewarm beer. I just wanted to make myself feel good, feel like I've been understood. I was wrong, I've been wrong 3 times this year. I pushed off from shore in this leaky boat with my only friend, a bottle of whiskey in my coat. Was going to drown my sorrows, discuss my attitude. I lay down on my back and I started to curse, insulted every planet in the universe. Hey Jupiter, if you're paying this attention, don't mean to be that rude. Hey la la la, hey la la la, hey la la la, can it be? Hey la la la, hey la la la, hey la la la, can it be? Let me tell you now, I just ran out of whiskey and I'm stranded out at sea. Now as the light begins to fade, the sun disappears. I see a siren singing and a sigh of tears. I know it's true, can tell by your hand. And my pulse begins to quicken as I roll through the tide. Want to be head down at your side, slip into the sea of lines that ain't there. The sea was as black as a pirate's soul, a black velvet bag, a big dark hole, just reflections of the mocking moon above. And then a shooting star right across the shore. Then I began to realize I would give it all away if I could have your love. Hey la la la, hey la la la, hey la la la, can it be? Hey la la la, hey la la la, hey la la la, can it be? Let me tell you now, I just ran out of whiskey and I'm stranded out at sea. Hey la la la, hey la la la, hey la la la, can it be? Hey la la la, hey la la la, hey la la la, can it be? Let me tell you now, I just ran out of whiskey and I'm stranded out at sea. Now I pulled myself together, had a little chat with my empty bottle and this little cat. He'd been hiding, he'd been there for a while. Well, I told him how I missed you, how you made me feel. And even though that cat wasn't real, it cheered me up and it made me smile. I stood up in that boat and I laughed till I cried. I danced a little two-step with my pride. And I thought about jumping in. I was so alone. Well, you know I couldn't do it 'cause I'm standing near. It may have been the liquor, it may have been the fear. Besides, how would that cat have got back home? Hey la la la, hey la la la, hey la la la, can it be? Hey la la la, hey la la la, hey la la la, can it be? Let me tell you now, I just ran out of whiskey. I'm stranded out at sea. Hey la la la, hey la la la, hey la la la, can it be? Hey la la la, hey la la la, hey la la la, can it be? Let me tell you now, just ran out of whiskey and I'm stranded out at sea. I just ran out of whiskey and I'm stranded out at sea.
All right. That song's by Gaelic Storm. Ran out of whiskey, stranded out at sea.
Start counting down.
Okay. This is another Irish one. Surprisingly, it's the night before St. Patrick's Day. We're doing Irish music. Let's see. Close to Banbridge town in the county down one morning last July. Down a Bowling Green came a sweet Colleen, smile as she passed me by. She looked so sweet from her to her feet, sheen of her nut brown hair. Such a coaxing outfit to shake myself to make sure I was really there. From Bantry Bay to Derrickay, from Galway to Dublin town. No maid I've seen like the brown Colleen, she's the star of the county down. As she onward sped, sure I scratched my head, said with a feeling rare, I says I with a passerby who's a maid with a nut brown hair. He smiles at me, then says he, she's the gem of Ireland's crown. The Rosie McCann from the banks of the Banff, she's the star of the county down. From Bantry Bay to Derrickay, from Galway to Dublin town. No maid I've seen like the brown Colleen, she's the star of the county down. Harvest fair, I'll be surely there, dressed in my Sunday clothes. Shoes shone bright, hat cocked tight, smile from my nut brown nose. No pipe all smoke, no horse all yoked, my plow with the rust turns brown. My old fireside is my brand new bride, she's the star of the county down. From Bantry Bay to Derrickay, Galway to Dublin town. No maid I've seen like the brown Colleen, she's the star of the county down. We're just talking up here.
Band meeting.
Little meeting. What do you want to do next? I don't know. What do you want to do? Pizza hell on me.
Trying to figure out who do I look at when I make a mistake. If he's got,
Oh, I'm the lightning rod of the
I
band.
think I look at you,
Let me tell
Bill.
you.
I think
That's right. I give enough crap out that I should get some back. Let me tell you right now. What do we do next? Yeah, that's a good song. This is a song about Chicago. I used to live in Chicago. She hates this song. This is not the one she wanted us to do. I worked at a department store. I used to live in Chicago, but now I don't live there no more. A woman came in for a girdle. I asked her what kind she wore. Rubber, she said, so rubber I did, and now I don't work there no more. Okay.
That's not your favorite song.
No. You know what I found out? You know what I didn't know until like about a month ago? That's actually a rugby song. It's a rugby song. But I heard it on Garrison Keillor first. So I figured as long as it can be on KUOW and Garrison Keillor, it's family appropriate.
Family appropriate.
Was year it all began. Deadly pains of hunger drove million from the land. Journeyed not for glory, motive wasn't greed. Voyage of survival across that stormy sea. In the city of Chicago, as the evening shadows fall, some of them knew fortune, some of them knew fame, more of them knew hardship, they died upon the plain. Spread throughout the nation, rode the railroad cars, brought their songs of freedom to ease their lonely heart. In the city of Chicago, as the evening shadows fall, there are people dreaming of the hills of Donegal. In the city of Chicago. Right. Yeah, that's probably best, yeah.
Where the river Shannon flows, or you do think
Let's do both.
okay.
And then, you know, we'll do two more and then end with a really fun one to end with. Okay, how's that sound? Then we'll go 10 minutes over. You guys okay? Anybody gonna need to call her mom? Yeah, you gonna call? Yeah, you want to call my mom? Get him off the stage. Yeah, yeah. Right. All right. This is Bob on the vocals here.
There's a pretty spot in our land I'll always claim for my land, where the fairies and the blarney will never, never die. It's a land of the shillelagh. My heart goes back there daily to the girl I left behind me when we kissed and said goodbye. Where dear old Shannon's flowing, three-leaf shamrock grows, where my heart is I am going to my little Irish rose. And the moment that I meet her, with a hug and kiss I'll greet her, for there's not a calling sweeter where the river Shannon flows. Sure, no letter I'll be mailing, for soon I will be sailing, and I'll bless the ship that takes me to my dear old Erin shore. There I'll settle down forever. I'll leave the old sod never, and I'll whisper to my sweetheart, come and take my name as though. Where dear old Shannon's flowing, where the three-leaf shamrock grows, where my heart is, I am going to my little Irish shore. And the moment that I meet her, with a hug and kiss I'll greet her, for there's not a calling sweeter where the river Shannon flows.
All right. So I think we're going to do a couple more. This next one is one more of the true story genres. And actually, it was a book written about it. You read it, Finnegan's Wake, right? So, in fact, the book is longer than the song.
Yes, a little bit more, yeah. A little bit.
So this is the abbreviated version, suitable for pubs and wonderful, wonderful coffee shops and bookstores and community stage. So, them Finnegan lived in Walking Street, a gentleman Irish mighty odd. Well, he had a brogue both rich and sweet. Rise of the morning he carried on, but Tim had a soil of tippling way. With a love of liquor he was born. To carry him on his work each day, to drop the crate every morn. Walk with a dog, you dance to your partner, around the floor your trot was shake. Wasn't it the truth I told you? Lots of fun at Finnegan's Wake. One morning Tim was rather full, head felt heavy, it began to shake. He fell off the ladder and he broke his skull. They carried him home, his corpse to wake. Laid him out on a nice clean sheet, laid him out upon the bed. Barrel of porter at his feet, bottle of whiskey at his head. Whack with a dog, dance to your partner, on the floor your trousers shake. Wasn't it the truth I told you? Lots of fun at Finnegan's Wake. His friends assemble at the wake, and Mrs. Finnegan called for lunch. First they called in tea and cake, pipes, tobacco, whiskey, punch. The widow below, she began to cry. Such a lovely corpse did you ever see? Timmy, love, why did you die? Shut your gap, said Biddy McGee. Whack for the dog, dance to your partner, on the floor your trousers shake. Wasn't it the truth I told you? Lots of fun at Finnegan's Wake. Well, Corby old Hal took up the job, and Biddy says she, you're wrong, I'm sure. Oh, Biddy gave her a belt in the gob, left her sprawled out on the floor. Well, Civil War then denegade, woman to woman and man to man. Shillelagh law was all the rage, row and eruption soon began. Whack for the dog and dance to your partner, around the floor your trousers shake. Wasn't it the truth I told you? Lots of fun at Finnegan's Wake. Well, Bobby O'Wright ducked when a bottle of whiskey flew at him. He ducked and landed on the bed, whiskey scattered over Tim. Well, Tim revives, see how he rises, Timothy rising from the bed, saying, whittle your whiskey around like thunder blaze. Geez, you think I'm dead? Whack when you die, you dance to your partner, around the floor your trousers shake. Wasn't it the truth I told you? Lots of fun at Finnegan's Wake. Whack when you die, you dance to your partner, around the floor your trousers shake. Wasn't it the truth I told you? Lots of fun at Finnegan's Wake. All right. This guy's pretty good, you know. You just look over at him, he stops. You look at him, he starts. Like, wow, I want that kind of music talent. All right, this is the last one we'll do, and it's called Up Above My Head. We you know, whenever we play anywhere, pubs, church, we play together at church too, incidentally. It's kind of funny, you know. We go to the pub, and then we go to church the next day. It's kind of good. So, so we start with Be Thou My Vision. It's Irish, that's right. That's a true story. And we start with Be Thou My Vision, and this is the one we always end with because we love it, and it speaks to us. Up above my head, I hear music in the air. Up above my head, I hear music in the air. And I really do believe, there's a heaven somewhere. And I really do believe, Jesus waiting for me there. Up above my head, I hear clapping in the air. Up above my head, I hear clapping in the air. And I really do believe, there's a heaven somewhere. And I really do believe, baby, Jesus waiting for me there. Up above my head, I hear laughing in the air. Up above my head, I hear laughing in the air. And I really do believe, there's a heaven somewhere. And I really do believe, baby, heaven's waiting for me there. Up above my head, I hear praying in the air. Up above my head, I hear praying in the air. And I really do believe, heaven's waiting for me there. And I really do believe, baby, Jesus waiting for me there. Up above my head, I hear shouting in the air. Up above my head, I hear shouting in the air. And I really do believe, they're waiting for me there. And I really do believe, Jesus waiting for me there. Up above my head, I hear music in the air. Up above my head, I hear music in the air. And I really do believe there's a heaven somewhere. And I really do believe Jesus waiting for me there. All right. Clint, thank you very much. Bob Wright, Corby O'Hell, I'm Scott. We really, really love this place. So come back here every night. There's great music going on all the time. Thanks, Clint.
Yeah. Celtic fire, everybody.
I got my picture in there.